Hi, thanks for tuning in. I'm Paul Chartier, and this is Heart of Gold. We have Amy Soneron from Bluegrass Pride. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
This is long overdue. You've won some awards through different organizations. For people that don't know Bluegrass Pride, what do you do?
Well, we've been around for 11 years. We serve Central Kentucky, so I'm hoping that we've sort of spread our message as far as we can, and this is a really good opportunity for us to get it even farther. Bluegrass Pride is an environmental education and outreach organization. We work with K through 12 schools. We work with educating the public about water quality improvements. We work with energy efficiency and also waste reduction, including recycling and composting. We try and help people understand that there are small things that they can do that can make a really big impact on our local environment. We concentrate on Central Kentucky.
Name some of the small things that they can do.
Sure, absolutely. First of all, one of the residential programs we have is an energy efficiency program. And we have really interesting ways that people can understand how they can help in their own homes to reduce the amount of energy. We also tie it into monetary savings as well.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you're making a big impact using less energy on a variety of resources, you're also getting to save money in your pocketbook as well.
Are we going to talk about some of this fun stuff now?
Absolutely, yes, we can do that now.
Help yourself.
Well, first of all, there is a energy audit kit that you can check out from all of the Lexington public libraries. If you don't live in Lexington or work in Lexington and don't have a library card, you can call our office and check it out from our office. But the easiest way to do it is through any of the branches of the Lexington Public Library.
And what's in the kit?
Right, so that's the fun stuff. We have all sorts of ways that you can
This is the
find
kit?
out. Some of
You
this is the kit.
check this out at the library?
Absolutely,
Okay.
and it's free to check it out.
Okay.
There's all sorts of things that you can do. So one of the most exciting things is a laser thermometer, and this is fun if you have cats, but it's also a really good way to assess where cold air is coming in. So it's October. Cold air is coming, especially in February. Check one of these kits out and you can use your laser to find out where drafts are coming into your house. And then there's a whole booklet on how to fix those drafts as well. So you see drafts in your window, there's a section on it, what to do about that, so as a homeowner.
What's it doing when you point that at me?
98.6.
Hot air or cold air?
Yeah, depends where.
Okay, good.
We also have things, one of the biggest uses of energy in your house other than your heating and air conditioning and your hot water heater is your refrigerator. So this is a thermometer that you stick in your refrigerator, and you might notice that your refrigerator has numbers 1 through 10 and not degrees. So if I tell you that your freezer should be set at 32 degrees, that means nothing to you.
Right.
If your food is cold, frozen and hard, you know that it's working. But you could be using too much energy to make that that food frozen. So this will tell you what your freezer is set at or your refrigerator, and it gives you a danger zone and all of that.
So to clarify for me,
yes.
Is 1 coldest or is 10 coldest?
I don't even want to go there. That depends on what your refrigerator.
I have no idea what it means. Okay.
Yes, no, I don't either.
I'll get that and
but
put it
this, if it's blue, it's colder. If it's a yellow, you're in the danger zone.
Okay.
So you don't. Yeah. So you'll know a little bit more about that. We also have things like a foot candle meter, and this is a fancy thing that you probably don't remember unless you were in 5th grade and learned what a foot candle was. But this will tell you what the light level is in various places throughout your house. So if the light level is too high, you can reduce to read. For example, you need about 13 foot candles to read, and often here in the studio, I'm sure we're way over that. But often people have reading areas that are too bright, so you can reduce the lighting that you have and reduce your energy costs that way. Or if you don't want to strain your eyes and you're trying to save energy, you can but you still want to be able to read properly. So that's one of the fun things we have too. This is one of my favorite things. Have you heard of vampire energy?
No.
Vampire energy and it's October, so this is a good time to talk about vampires. Vampire energy is something that happens when you leave something plugged in and are no longer using it, but it still draws the energy. So a lot of examples are cell phone chargers, and my biggest example is my toaster has a lighted dial, which is a ridiculous thing. Why do I don't need my toaster to be lit up. I use it maybe once a day. So anyway, this is a machine that you plug something into this side, and then you plug this into the wall, and it'll tell you how many watts it's using. And you can use it for a refrigerator, for example. You can plug it in over a period of time, and it can tell you what the average is. It can give you an instant read, that kind of thing. So you have an idea of how much money you're wasting by using this.
So the argument of should you be unplugging the microwave and a toaster oven or not?
Absolutely.
The answer is?
The answer is yes, if it's pulling electricity.
Okay.
Some things, lamps often do not pull electricity if you leave them plugged in. So the answer is yes.
Okay.
A big culprit is monitors. Computer monitors is a big culprit. So keep that in mind. Even turning off your computer monitor, it still pulls energy. So what we do at our office, and this has been a really fun thing, our office is in a strip mall actually, and we're separated into 2 different suites, and 2 different sides of the office are metered separately. So we gave everybody power strips, because if you turn off a power strip, that cuts the energy out of that power strip. So you can plug in your monitor, and instead of having to unplug it from the wall, you can just switch off the power strip, and that cuts the energy off of that. So we actually had a contest between the 2 sides of our office to see who could save the most energy and who would remember to turn off their power strips. So mine side did not win, unfortunately, but we are vying for this year to get to win.
Let me know when the contest is, and I'll leave town.
Right.
Does that go for TVs too?
Absolutely. Your TV, especially everybody now has the plasmas or the LCDs, or those pull a lot of energy, because we as consumers want, when you press that power button on the remote, for it to instantly come on. And it can't do that unless it maintains a small level of energy usage, even if you have an Energy Star TV, which is obviously the way to go if you're buying appliances in any way, is Energy Star. But even if you have an Energy Star TV, you want that base level, it's still using a base level of electricity. So again, you can turn it off. Now there's a fun thing, and I didn't bring an example of one, but there's something called a smart power strip, and it has zones on it. So for example, if you have a DVR, you don't want to unplug your DVR, because then you won't get your shows recorded that you want. So the smart power strip only turns off what you plug in the green zone or whatever, depending on the color. So there's options for things like that. So
when you've got this device and you're finding out, is this a cold air device?
This is an infrared camera, and this is very exciting, especially if you're a ghost hunter. You can check your walls out. But what we use it for is, again, a lot like the laser thermometer, to find out where there's cold areas in your house. And so you take this around. There has to be about a 20-degree difference between inside and outside. So summer and winter are the times best to use this, and it's very fun. It's it's the picture that you see all the time of the red and the blue and that kind of thing. And you can use it outside your house where you're looking for either heat escaping in the winter or cold air, or use it inside. And it's fascinating. You can find all sorts of things.
And if you've got a leak, and then we get to use the fun stuff.
Yes. Now this, everybody should know what this is. This is a very inexpensive way to save a lot of money. I am the director of an environmental nonprofit, and I live in a very inefficient home. I'm working very hard, but in the process, I am learning a lot about it.
Do you need a realtor? Oh, that's another discussion.
No, but I have something for you in just a second about realtors. But anyway, caulking can actually prevent a lot of air flow from the outside to the inside of your house. And so if you use the infrared camera or the laser thermometer, and you see a lot of heat exchange or air exchange, you could insulate more. A lot of people think insulation, and that's true. Insulation does help a lot. But a lot of times the biggest culprit is actually the air coming into your house. And so if you caulk around windows and doors on the inside, this is something I did not know. I always knew you caulked the outside of windows and that kind of thing. But just caulking on the inside, and what is a tube of caulk? A couple dollars,
Yeah.
It's nothing, and it'll last, a long time. And so we have dramatically increased the amount of caulk in our house, and we've actually saved a lot of money so far. We still have a ways to go, but we're learning. So people can check this out. This is a self-audit that you can check out from the library. We also have information on our website if you want a professional to come in, because a professional can actually put in what we call a blower door and send 40-mile-per-hour winds through your house, so you can feel that air that you can then go by and just use a caulk gun and caulk it up.
We didn't talk about this.
No.
Is this crucial?
This is very crucial. Hot water, very important, especially if you have girls in your family who take long showers, and that's very stereotypical, but I like my long showers. So this is a thermometer that tells you the temperature of the hot water coming out of your faucet. Sometimes if your hot water heater will have a thermometer on it that will tell you the temperature. If it does, then that's great. You want it to be at 120 degrees. That's the optimum temperature for heating your bath water, your dishwasher water, all of that kind of thing, and saving energy as well. So 120 degrees, if you don't have it on your hot water heater, you can stick this under the tap.
This is great information. In summation, you can get the kit at the library for free.
Right.
You can't do it online. You get it for free. This is great. What other things do you offer residents, commercial businesses, other folks?
Right. So this is energy. We also do waste and water. We work with schools a lot and do lots of programming in schools and throughout Central Kentucky. But one of the programs I wanted to tell people about today also was our Live Green Lexington's Partners Program. And that is a recognition program for businesses and apartment complexes in Lexington. There's a sister program called Bluegrass Conservation Partners that serves the other 17 counties in Central Kentucky. But I'm going to talk about Live Green Lexington because they're essentially the same. Live Green Lexington is a little bit more robust. We have currently over 400 businesses that participate in the program, and you'll know that they participate because they have this decal, the Live Green Lexington Partners decal here, and there's also on our website a list. You might remember, at least last year, maybe beyond that, there was a push for people to buy from small businesses. There's a Small Business Saturday push. Mm-hmm. What we'd like is for people to think about buying from green businesses as well. So we have bumper stickers that that say "I shop green." That we can give away at a lot of the Live Green Lexington partner businesses. But how do you become a business that participates in the program? First of all, you have to commit to reduce your waste, reduce your energy, and then improve the water quality that runs off of your property.
And who measures all that?
It's sort of self-reported. The business can take help from Bluegrass Pride. We can help them assess their waste stream. One of our fun things to do is a dumpster dive. We do this for an apartment complex, for a business. We do this in all the schools. And we go through the trash, a day's worth of trash, to see what is in there, and then we develop a plan to help you with your residents or your employees on how to assess that, how to separate that out and make sure you're getting rid of the recyclables and that kind of thing. So we can go in and do that. We talk about water quality, especially for apartment complexes. We help apartment residents understand that pouring grease down the drain can clog the drain and cause a lot of overflows of the sewer, mm-hmm. which you can picture what that mm-hmm. means. And we make sure that you don't put the fats, oils, and grease down your drain. And we give apartment residents this little cap that goes on a tin can. So you've used your green beans and you're done with your green beans. You pour your fat, oil, and grease in the tin can. Mm-hmm. You put mm-hmm. this lid on it until you're finished, until it's full, and then you throw it away, the grease away.
I think we only have a minute left. I mean, this is fascinating, good stuff. Give your website and your phone number.
Sure.
If people want to find out more, they can go to your website.
Absolutely. You can find a list of all the businesses on our website, how to get this audit information at www.bgpride.org. That stands for bluegrasspride.org.
Amy, this is fascinating. I know that for parents that work in different entities, different organizations, they can bring home whatever they can bring home. Your family doesn't want you to bring home a dumpster dive residue. So having you work here maybe is not so much fun for the family. Amy Soner, thank you. This is great stuff. It can save people money. It is tangible. Go to the library, find out more about this. Mm-hmm. Go to your website, read up on the things that you can do. Call you. Uh-huh. And this is great. So thanks for coming in to do this.
Thank you so much for having us.
I'm Paul Chartier. We'll be right back with the American Diabetes Association. I'm Paul Chartier.